Did Iran just win a war it didn't even fully fight? Did the United States secretly betray its closest ally, Israel, to protect Iran for its own hidden agenda? It might sound unbelievable, but the signs are everywhere. America's most powerful, and secretive aircraft, famously called the Doomsday Plane, recently made a high-profile landing in Washington, D.C. This isn't a routine flight. This plane only appears in extreme situations, either during nuclear threats or a full-scale national emergency. And whenever it has shown up in the past, a major international event followed: regime changes, invasions, wars. Just before the plane's appearance, Donald Trump declared he knew exactly where Iran's supreme leader was hiding, even calling him an easy target. He demanded Iran's surrender unconditionally. Then, in a shocking twist, the U.S. suddenly claimed to have brokered a peace deal between Iran and Israel, announcing a ceasefire and declaring victory. So here's the real question. If peace was the goal, why bomb Iran's nuclear facilities? Why deploy the Doomsday Plane at all? What is the U.S. hiding behind these mixed messages? Was America truly helping Israel achieve a regime change in Iran? Or was there a different plan from the start? What if, and this is huge, the United States actually betrayed Israel and backed Iran to prevent something bigger? Now, it sounds absurd. After all, the U.S. and Iran aren't allies. There's no formal trade, no diplomatic ties, and a long history of tension. So why would the U.S. protect Iran? Let's be real. Israel had the most to gain from regime change in Iran. Iran has made its intentions very clear. It wants to wipe Israel off the map, and Israel had already begun executing a long-term, step-by-step strategy to destabilize Iran. They were close to success until Trump pulled the brakes and declared peace. This isn't the first time Iran and Israel have crossed paths in surprising ways. There was a time when Iran, under immense pressure, secretly helped Israel by supplying oil despite Arab opposition. Back then, both nations needed each other, especially Iran, which was fighting a brutal war and needed stability after its revolution. But over time, ambitions grew and trust faded. Iran began promoting a broader vision, spreading a Shia Islamic model across the Muslim world. One of its main goals, supporting Palestine and punishing Israel. Israel, being a small nation surrounded by larger Islamic countries, sees a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat. And that's why Iran's secret nuclear program, aimed at developing bombs, pushed Israel over the edge. Israel's long-standing policy is simple: no militant Islamic regime should ever gain nuclear weapons. When terrorist attacks erupted within Israel's borders, the finger was quickly pointed toward Iran-backed groups. Israel decided then and there the only permanent solution was regime change in Iran. But just as that mission seemed to gain momentum, it was suddenly stopped. Understanding Iran's internal power structure reveals why regime change would be so difficult. Iran is a unique political system, a mix of democracy and theocracy. They have elections for presidents and parliament, but real power rests with one man, the supreme leader. Only 2 men have held this position since its formation, and beneath him operates the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a parallel military force, loyal only to the supreme leader. They are powerful, well-funded, and operate separately from Iran's regular army. Their sole job, protect the regime at all costs. So now the question is, did the U.S. halt Israel's mission at the last second to avoid complete regional collapse? Did America use Israel's moves to serve its own agenda, and then walk away? In geopolitics, nothing is ever as it seems. No alliance is permanent. No enemy is forever. Nations don't act on friendship, only on interest.